Hello there, World of Tankers, I'm World of Blitz, and welcome to the channel. Hopefully all of you are doing well out there. I'm of course your host, Drudels Blitz, and in today's video, we're going to be going back to one of the weird and obscure vehicles on the Tier 8 tech tree, at least for the American tech tree, being the T69. And now this is kind of like a miniature T57 Heavy. It doesn't really have good armor, it kind of looks like the 57 Heavy, and it has a pretty brutal clip for the tier that it is in. So I figured, you know what, in today's video, I wanted to talk about it because not a lot of people really go for this tank. It's kind of weird, and you know, it actually is a pretty fun vehicle at that. So of course, if you like today's video and you want to see more like it, please don't hesitate to smash that subscribe button down below. Helps out the channel a crazy amount. So what is good about the T69 and what is bad? So this is a clipper vehicle, one of the only American clippers in the game, apart from, well, I would say at tier 8, I think it is the only American clipper that I do know of, and it's kind of the same for the tier 9 and 10s. Americans really don't like their clipper vehicles, but the 57 Heavy line is a little bit of an exception, and it's a pretty good exception at that. Now you can see the T69 is quite a wide boy for the medium class, but the nice thing is it actually has decent armor. It's not great, you know, you can't really expect to bounce a lot of the shells, but it's got funky armor, like the turret, kind of like the 57 gets a lot of weird bounces, same for the upper plate, same for the lower plate. It is a very troll tank to penetrate. Now it comes with 8 degrees of gun depression if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it looks to be maybe actually less than 8, maybe only about 6. I'm not 100% sure on that value, but here we go. We got that Yag Panther, and what a fantastic shot coming out of my vehicle there. But nice little ricochet, and oof, there we go. Another nice tap right into that Yag Panther. So as you can see, it does have very wide tracks, which as you can see, I used my ability there to make sure that the enemy would not be able to penetrate my vehicle. So we took off about 400 hit points very easily there. That Yag Panther did fire, which means that now, once again, we can start penetrating this poor guy with shot after shot. Oof, not able to get one more in there. But you know what? We're a medium tank. We've got mobility. Let's just pop up behind this guy and start to get a couple more shells in him. There's one shot, and ooh, we're not going to be able to get one more out, but that's fine. We'll reload the clip. So we're already sitting at about 800 damage, which is a pretty respectable amount. This tank does, I think, about 670 damage or so with a clip, so it's pretty nice. Oh, I am stuck on the wall. There you go. It was kind of a weird little glitch there, but here we go. SU-152 probably will penetrate me, although he's not aiming at me, which is fantastic for me, but, well, I just noticed he completely killed my T49. Now, this SU, he probably knows that I am on a very long reload. So I'm just going to try and get to a side here, make sure I can waste as much time as I can. Thankfully, since this vehicle doesn't have the deadliest of clips, or should I say damage potential, its reload is actually pretty dang good. You can see it's only around 12 seconds. So this game, I've really easily been able to get out 2 clips now. Still haven't lost any hit points. The nice thing about clippers is that you don't need to lose hit points as long as you have teammates around you. But, well, yeah, my teammates are starting to dwindle in this battle here, especially with a lot of the heavy, I'm losing my mind, the heavily armored vehicles on the enemy lineup. So we got the Action 10 right there. We're not able to penetrate. We did bounce a very lucky shell from that IS-3 there, and I'm not expecting to really bounce any more shells than that. You can see, as I said, the upper plate is quite troll when penetrating it at certain angles, which it was in that scenario. Now we've got the Action 10 right in the front, and I'm going to try and clear this guy because the Action 10 is one of the biggest threats on the enemy team. So let's get a nice shot into him, actually lit him on fire, and finished him off there very quickly. Gonna use my mobility once again, get into cover. Once I can reload this clip, I can do a pretty solid job. Now the next vehicle I want to clear is the T34, because of course this T34 is a very big gun, so he's able to punish me very quickly. Let's just penetrate all 3 of our shells into him. He's probably going to pen me back, which I pretty much expected, but now that we got all 3 shells into him, I can pretty much just kind of run away here, which is pretty dang nice. Once I've ran away, I can reload the clip and get another shell back into him, and that's of course exactly what I'm going to try and do here. So let's do that right now. Let's use our mobility. This T34, I'm not expecting to be aiming at me, which you can see right now. So now we can use my mobility, try and get one shot. There we go, and he missed his shell, which is again fantastic for me. Ooh, weird ricochet there. We're going to load a heat shell just to make sure that I do not get an unlucky bounce, but yeah, this game was a pretty dang fantastic battle to really show the strengths of the T69. I absolutely love this vehicle just because of the way it plays, so you can see it's doing its job. Now I'm going to get to the rear of this IS-3, even if this T29 pens him. I just want to get to the rear, that way we can clip him out, which, there's one shell. Let's see if we can get 2 more in. There's 2, and with 1 more shot, let's try and get out. There you go. So that was another 3 penetrations right into that IS-3, and that game was over 4,000 damage. Pretty dang impressive. That is a mastery 4500 damage, and as you can see, the T69 really is a fantastic vehicle when played correctly. The really nice thing about it is that the gun is really accurate. With an aiming time of only 2.4 seconds, the dispersion at 0.326, it's an accurate gun. It's got great damage per minute, especially for it being an autoloader, and with the shell reload time per shot only being 2.5 seconds, that means in 5 seconds, you've literally dealt 650 damage or so. So pretty dang impressive on all the statistics. The heat on this vehicle has over 275 millimeters of pen if you are running calibrated, which pretty much means that, yeah, you're going to be penetrating through any enemy opponents, even tier 9, which is one thing that is nice, because as you know, when you're playing in a tier 8 battle, one of the biggest issues for most tier 8 vehicles is that they can't really penetrate tier 9s. That Maushin has got very, very thick and sturdy armor. But this tank, because it's got so much heat pen, can easily cut right through the frontal armor of that Maushin. Granted, you know, you're not going to get through the upper plate, but if you know where to penetrate it, the weak spots, the lower plate, the turret, the cupola, you can very easily cut right through. Armor really isn't an issue with this tank. Now, another nice thing is the mobility. While it isn't necessarily the fastest of vehicles, it only goes about 50. It does have great power to weight ratio. Wargaming's buffed this vehicle a lot of times. So there we go. We've got the M6 and nice little tap right in the side of him. We've also got the Maushin, the Conway, so there's another nice tap, and we got the WT. So 3 shells there on 3 different tanks, but that was 680 damage nonetheless, and that's a pretty dang impressive amount again. So I'm, of course, just going to reload the clip here. So the really nice thing, of course, with clippers is that, you know, while you don't deal a lot of damage per shot, you get a lot of damage racked up. I'm literally the same damage equivalent as an RHM, and this is definitely deadlier when you think about it, because, of course, I've got all that mobility as well riding on my vehicle. So there's another nice tap into that Conway. Let's get one more Andy's track. So that means, once again, another shell into that Conway. So there, again, you can see that that is now 1400 damage we have dealt. So yeah, pretty dang deadly, again, that when you do think about it, just because, of course, I am a clipper. So that M6 did pull out there. He is detected as well. I'm just going to keep kind of sitting in this bush here. Going to be a little careful, of course. I'm pretty sure that Conway's not going to sit there anymore after you've seen what's happened to that Conway. My guess, that guy, yeah, he's probably not wanting that to happen once again. Yeah, the Conway did change position. We spotted the Object 252, which of course gave me a lot of damage there, but we've got the M6 right out in the open. Nice tap into him there. Let's load a heat shell. Another nice tap. So again, we've dealt about 400 damage there to that M6 with 2 shots. So the nice thing is we kind of traded damage there, and yeah, I got to be very careful again. I don't want to kind of get hit by an M6. I'm not going to trade with vehicles that have good frontal armor because there's no point. You know, I'm most likely going to lose that trade. But if I get a vehicle like this, you know, this LEKPZ over here, where we can get nice shots, there's a nice little HE for 289 there. I can kind of come up behind this guy now. He's either got to jump off and run away, or, you know, it's just not going to be going too well for him. But we did get tracked there. And again, that guy over there, don't necessarily want to get hit by an M6. Not a vehicle I really want to play with. But like this LEKPZ, yeah, I'll easily play with him. Let's load an HE shell, and let's try and get one more shot finishing him off. So let's see if we can do that really, really quickly. Perfect. My teammate even got the finishing shell in. So the only person I'm very, very careful about right now is that Object 252. I'm not sure if he's around this corner. We're going to spot really quick. No, it does not look like he's around the corner. In fact, he went around the other side. So definitely better for me. I saw that that little thing broke there, which means that the M6 is around this corner. And there you go. M6 spotted. There's one tap into the M6. There's 2. And again, we're going to get one more nice tap into that M6. I could have penned an HE there, but not really worth it. But again, you can see that this is a 3,000 damage battle. Quick reload once again. I'm actually really, really enjoying playing this vehicle, as you can see. It's just really got a lot of upsides going for it, and not too many downsides in general. So let's, well, let's not kill him, I guess. That guy just got nuked out of existence, but one heat shell later in the butt. Oh, that was a bad shot. Let's retry that. One heat shell in the butt of that Maushin, and that was about 3,000 damage dealt in a very quick succession, as you can see. So I can't complain. That was 2 fantastic battles, 2 masteries at that, to show you that, yeah, the T69 is a great vehicle, and I don't really know why people struggle in it, because it's a very good tank. It's got great damage per minute. It's got great penetration, great aiming time. Everything on this tank is pretty dang good, even against tier 9s. You saw there that I was really easily able to just whip those battles out against the tier 9. So I love the T69. In fact, I would say that this is currently the best clipper at tier 8. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But other than that, hope you're all doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smash that subscribe button down below. But I'll be seeing you in the next one.